What up, what up, what up? Thank you for joining JR Who here in the Get Motivated Studios. Once again, welcome back. So today, I want to talk about what's going on out here in the NBA world with everybody talking about who's the best. For years now, we've been going back and forth with the whole GOAT situation with Kobe and Jordan. Then it was Kobe and LeBron. Now they're trying to throw Kobe out of the conversation, which I feel is really disrespectful, but it is what it is. I just don't understand why we are going with this narrative of trying to appoint somebody the greatest of all time. I just don't understand how we can't just enjoy the game of basketball and enjoy greatness on all type of levels. Why do we have to pinpoint one person to that status? Why can't we just enjoy the game of basketball and just really recognize that there are a lot of greats out there in their own right? This whole Kobe and LeBron and Kobe and Jordan LeBron and all that. I guess it's just a topic for people to talk about, give their opinion. So, since we're giving out opinions, I think I'm going to go ahead and give out mine. We're talking about greats, great basketball players. So, what is it that makes basketball a great? What are we going by? Are we going by, you know, they body work and all, teamwork? Are we talking about individual accolades and awards? Because the game of basketball is not one on one. We're not this. That's not how we play the game of basketball. It's not one on one. It's a team effort. So when we talk about championships and all that type of stuff, we can't give the edge to a certain player because of championships. Because championships is a team effort. Yes, you have one or two stars that kind of give more than the rest of the team, but at the end of the day, everybody has to play their role, and that's the only way to succeed as a team. So just because one player has more championships than the other, it doesn't necessarily make them better than that person. But I don't know. I don't know what everybody's going out around, kind of to compare the players to see, in their opinion, who's the best individual basketball player of all time. So, since we talking about it and everybody else is giving their opinion about it, I'm gonna go ahead and give my opinion. You know, they always comparing Kobe, LeBron, and Jordan, but you gonna leave out my boy Allen Iverson. You forget he was a beast at 6 foot tall, about 175. Now we talking basketball. We talking about the game of basketball. We're not talking about team effort or none of that. He was a beast. He would get out there and bust your ass and give you 40 to 50 any given night. He would give it all, his all. So if we're going to talk about basketball, let's talk about basketball. If you want to do the whole one-on-one, the individual, basketball player of who's really the GOAT of this, then let's talk about how this dude Iverson is out there busting everybody ass at 6 feet tall, doing everything these other greats is doing. LeBron, Kobe, Jordan. You remember he came in here and he woo wop Jordan. He gave him the business. He gave Kobe the business. He gave LeBron the business. He's giving everybody the business. So don't just leave him out just because he wasn't a champion. Because I feel like that's unfair. We're talking about the game of basketball. And then think about the size he was. Think about what he accomplished at that size. You got to really think about this. You know what I mean? So when it comes to my opinion, when it comes to the comparison with Kobe and Jordan, when you kind of comparing those two, of who's better than the other, it's really hard to give Kobe the edge when he kind of, I think when you are great, you come in with a style of your own. You come in with something that nobody ever seen before. And that was Jordan. He came in, they never seen this type of game. They never seen the Air Jordan. They never seen all them little moves, them little in the air. They didn't see all that. So that's what made him great. So you got to give the edge when you compare those two. You got to give the edge to Jordan because Kobe came in mimicking Jordan's moves. Maybe some things he perfected a little better than Jordan, but it was all based off of him watching Jordan and trying to perfect what Jordan did. So Kobe was like, so you can't really, when how can you say Kobe is better than Jordan than when he is trying to mimic that man? And then we got LeBron. LeBron comes in the NBA. LeBron, his style of play, that's him. He didn't mimic anything, just like Jordan did. Never seen nothing like it when Jordan came in the game, right? They never seen nothing like it when LeBron came in the game. He created something new that they have never seen. There's no comparison. There's nobody he copied, mimicked, took this and that from. He was his own person when he came in the game. And then we go to Iverson. They never seen nothing like it either. He comes in the game, crossover, braids, tattoos. You know what I mean? He was like an icon. He was a figure. So he comes in the game and they've never seen nothing like that either. Him running around full speed all game, giving it his all, busting your ass, mid-range, pull up, to the lane. You know, he was doing it all. He was playing defense, steals, all that. But why I give him the edge over all of them, because he was doing that at 6 feet tall. You got to think about how hard that is when the game of basketball is about, 90 over 90% is, 6'4" or taller. And he's out there giving them the biz, giving them a hard time. When he stepped on the court, they knew game day, it was going to be a rough night. So that's my favorite player. I like him because he had a disadvantage from the beginning and was able to do everything everybody else did. Yeah, he didn't win any championships, but we're not talking about team. We're not talking about the greatest team of all time. We're talking about, if you want to talk about players, let's talk about players and what they can do individually. You know what I mean? And how he comes in with a disadvantage every single night. How can you not give that man, talk about him in the, in the talks of LeBron, Kobe, and Jordan? It doesn't make no sense. You know what I mean? You guys need to stop going with this narrative and all that. You got to think for yourself. Put things together yourself. So you start thinking about it, it makes sense. You know what I mean? He was like, people wanted to go, I've never got to watch Iverson play in person, and that's one thing. I wanted to watch him in real time, real speed, because from what I hear, that it was like go, go, go. It was like fast motion, fast forward every time he was on the court, man. And then, I know they only won one game in that in the finals over there with the Lakers, but look what he had to work with as a team wise, and look what he did. He still was able to bust their ass. So that's my opinion, man. My opinion is Iverson is one of the greats too. He's up there with the top people everybody talks about day in, day out. With Jordan, Kobe, and LeBron. His name should always be mentioned with them, because all them three that they talking about, he went out there and gave them work. He went out there and tried to drop 60 on their ass every night. You had to chase him around the court. You couldn't stop him. He stop him? He got to stop himself because you ain't stopping him. There's nobody out there that can keep up with him to guard him and him running around. By the time it's time for you to play offense, you wore out. Iverson, he was never wore out. He played both sides of the floor and he gave it his all. He gave it his heart. He gave everything he had. So that's my opinion. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys agree with me. But remember, think about what he did at the size he is. How he accomplished what he accomplished at his size. That got to count for something. So that's my opinion. Anyways, to the next video. I'll see y'all later. All right, I'm out.